Okay, everybody, I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. So, when thinking about this question that has been posed, we want to look at it in terms of what you have potential to beat and not. I guess is about the best way to put it. The floors and ceilings, when we're talking about that, are the team's value for an OSK. So XP doesn't matter. So something you probably should toss from your brain anyway is talking about XP. I could put a crazy high valued XP team together, but it wouldn't be very good. It just wouldn't last very long against anybody that went at it with a true strategy. It would just get blown up. Where I can put a team nearly 100 points less, or excuse me, 500 points less up, and it'll hold forever better, just because of how the heroes play together. So again, this is where we talk about all the time, or I do at least, know your roster and what your roster does. Knowing your roster doesn't mean just, oh, hey, yeah, I've got that guy. What does that guy do? And who else will it play well with? So understanding that part of it, and that only comes with time and actually using them in the wars and or having somebody help you out to do that. Well, and speaking of that, might as well just go ahead right now. Uh, when we mention the Discord over and over and over and over again, it's not a must do by any means. It's just a strongly suggested, merely because of how easy it is to provide assistance and help improve your teams, and in the grander scheme, our alliance. Excuse me, our alliance overall. So it's not about making you better or showing you that you're not good or any of that kind of stuff. It's just making an honest evaluation of your heroes, who it might help you to bring up, who maybe you should worry about getting in the costume outfitter that's coming. Things of that nature. It's not necessarily just only the war attacks by themselves, although those are very helpful and it's fun. We've had up to 9 people on there at once, and it's just awesome because maybe I don't know a hero what it does, and Rome has that hero and he can talk about it, or Paul has it, or Sarah, JJ. Anyway, there's a bunch of different things that can help us as far as using the Discord. So it's not mandatory, but it's just recommended. So you can either do it or you don't. It's your call. I will show you really fast how easy it is. Once you get it, you can download it at Google Play or at the Apple Store, and then set your account up. Once you've done that, you can go back on the game side, and you can just post your username, and then we can send you a direct link invite to our Discord group, and then you can get on here. And within the top one, two, three, four, five, six, well, five there are text things. So you can find the war report, you can find the Titan attacks, you can find documents on each level within the game, as to find like what level on number 2 should I go to get the 10 ice taken care of the fastest. Just things of that nature. Where can I get the most XP? Where can I find the ropes? Where can I find the iron? Any of the mats that you're really missing, so when you go out farming, you can do so and improve your chances of getting those. And then the other part, which is the part that I'm referring to, is right down here on the voice channels. So when you get on, let's say we're going to get on and talk about your your Titan strategy and hits. You can click on that, and then it's going to be a pop-up at the bottom. It's going to say join voice. You hit that, boom, and then you're in the group. You're talking to us, and then we can walk you through sharing your screen as we're sharing our screen with you, to kind of just show you some general pieces of advice and game strategies to maybe help you. Again, it's just advice. It's not nothing that you have to take. You can still play the game however the heck you want. So it's just trying to help. If you can't do that, maybe there's something again, you got rules against it or something like that. Maybe then you can go to the Line app. The Line app, we won't be able to do the screen sharing, but we can share a lot of information there, including sharing your album. Your hero album. You can create it, and then we can pull it up and look at it and make advice. Based off of that, we can use that app as well to get some of those things out of the way. But like, here's my legendary heroes. It's not all of them. It's just the ones that are, I think, primarily just double limit broke, maybe, or at least, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. You can look at them and go through them. But yeah, so that's another option. So back here, back in the game. That's that on that side. So I've already made a video about the defense side, so I'm not going to talk about really setting the defense up on the wars. You can go watch that other video instead. So this one I'm going to talk about the attacking side. So when thinking about these teams to attack, some of you have done 3-2. I heard on there already. Some do 4-1. Some do 2-2-1. Some do rainbow, which crazy, but they do it, which is fine. I don't know how you would get the most out of your troops by doing so. So I use Una. Most of the people in my group use Uni, when we're doing our attacks. And reason being is because the troops improve the tile strength. So if I want to kill a hero with 4 tiles, maybe 5, I take them all up with the same color against the weaker color, and I have a really good chance of making that happen. But only if I have 5-star troops, or really, really, really strong 4-star troops. But all those 4-star troops that are 30, can be traded in when we got our conversion times. So make sure that you've used all the conversions you can for your troops to get them to those level 5s, and can help you with that. Again, if you want, we can go through there and make sure that we're taking people and building people that make you stronger. So that's pretty much the gist of why troops make a difference and why I use Uni. So make sure that you're doing all the conversions you can. It'll help you. The next thing that talk about is who to put on your team. So I feel that you need a healer. A healer reviver, even better if you've got it and they're good. So like Chitraganda is one. Astrid is another one. These are the two that just popped to my mind. They're great. They decent speed. You put them in that far left-hand side, and they can just help you out. You can put them on the right-hand side in the corner too. I just wouldn't put my healers up front. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So put them on either of the edges, and you'll be good to go. Then you need to be thinking about the next set of people in. Again, we want hitters, we want snipers, we want damage over time people. So most everybody else on there, we're looking to play well together. So you don't want to put somebody in there that puts the dance on, and then another one that comes in and removes the dance. Doesn't make sense. So making sure the heroes that you put in there will play well together and that they're matched against the other team. So what do I mean by that? Let's go ahead and look at Jake Jelly's defense here. Now there's a couple of things to focus on, right? Most people are going to look at that, and especially in the war setting, they're going to go, oh my gosh, look at that tank. It's a dark tank. I know what she does. She hits really hard. Oh man, blah, 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 blah. And then they're probably going to take a holy team in there if they're going to do a unit team. I'm going to look at it a little differently just because I don't like the vegetables, because the vegetables put the fiend on. So now that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to put a holy team in there. It just means that I'm going to look at more than just the tank. So I'm going to look at Bartholomew putting on the fiends, which stinks. Thafer also not necessarily a fun person because it hits so hard and it revives. In my opinion, the strongest cat in the game. Lane is a very hard hitter. Starts off with reflect back and then goes into that resonance, which is not cool. And then you also have Wealthy Owl there on the far left, which is a good, strong healer. So, making sure that I have addressed everybody that's in there. Now, Wealthy Owl doesn't do stuff like Freyweru. Like Freyweru puts on ailments and heals at the same time. So she's a little bit more difficult, in my opinion, than Wealthy Owl, but Wealthy Owl is still a really strong healer. So I'm not really worried about her. So by putting a holy team in there, she's not going to scare me too much, in other words, because she benefits from, obviously, the holy tiles work, or she'll charge faster. So, again, looking at who I need to look at. So I would probably, to be honest with you, go ahead and take a holy team in, because I want to avoid those monster hits, and they have changed the game to where now it doesn't have to have the special go off to get that boost. They changed that a couple months ago to where now on the second turn period, they automatically appear with the first level of boost that they weren't getting before. So I like to refer to her as the Dead Boot 2.0 because of what she does. But anyway, getting rid of her as fast as possible. And my healer that I know I have, Costume Cleopatra, will help take care of the fiends that Bartholomew puts on. So those harvest fiends, right? They're just a royal pain in the rear end and the keister. So you gotta get rid of them, and that happens through health, healing, or a remover. So I have really strong healer in Costume Cleopatra, 60%. So that's really good, and it'll get rid of them pretty quick. So if you look here below Kisses and Carnage, you see the battle, right? So this is a really good way to practice your raid ability and your war ability, because you can go through looking at everybody. Obviously, I can't take myself on, so that button's not going to be there. But you can come take me on. You can go take Jane on. Same thing. Get the battle button down there. When looking at Jane's teams, you got to realize that Thafer, again, pain in the rear end. But you have Dima up front, who will have a Mega Minion. Frost Out, a Mega Minion. So if you have heroes like Silverpaw, who will remove the minions and one Mega Minion, then this is a good thing. Or somebody like Lord Loki, you can get that same protection for yourself. Go up and use his special, and then that'll come back to you, and you'll have the Mega Minion. So there are ways to think about other heroes, and Lord Loki is not strong XP. So again, we don't worry about the XP because we know that we're using this hero for a special skill, a special thing. So knowing the depth of your roster is what's going to help you improve your ability to take people on in the war. So in other words, if I don't have the people to take that team on, I just don't. And if that means that I have to do cleanups with my other team because the team I'm taking, the alliance we're taking on doesn't have good matchups for you, then that's fine, and that's perfect, actually. Cleanup people are just as valuable. They really are, because it doesn't do someone like myself or Dreamweaver, who have these large rosters, even, JJ, there's several of us that have 6 teams at least deep in the wars that we can take on and get OSKs, one-shot kills, for the most part by ourselves. So it doesn't do us any good to do a cleanup. If I can go out and get another 62, 63 points, it's far better than me doing a 25-point cleanup. It helps the team. Again, it's helping the team. But if somebody else has a team that's only going to score 10 or 15 points by trying the OSK, doing that 25-point cleanup would be far greater for them, because now they're doubling their points in some cases. So understand that cleaning up is not a negative thing. It is a great thing. In fact, if people have them, we need them, and just know that it's A-okay. And if you feel you're one of those, please comment. in the group here, and then let us know if there's a way that we can reach you, because like Valerie does a lot of cleanups, for us, especially when it gets down to the 1 and 2, 3 heroes left. We'll send her a message on Messenger so that she can get that message right away, because if you're not on the game, you don't get the messages. So this way, if you have another social media that you use, share it with us, and then we can notify you when we're going through doing hits, or somebody else can do it too. Like somebody else can send you a notification. So again, just be aware of that cleanups are great. So don't wig out if you look at your roster and realize that, hey, look, I'm going to have to do cleanups. Cool. It's okay. It's really okay. So again, as I'm looking through, I'm just going to evaluate each one. That's what I would do when looking for opponents in the game. And so I know that Fafnir is crazy good hero. Gloozmer has the slime that will go to either person when Gloozmer dies. So I might try to kill the people around Gloozmer before Gloozmer gets killed. Eminem in the corner there, that's what we call her because her name's too long to say. That we don't ever want to get to that third charge, because it's going to hit so many people for doing extra damage, which is crazy. That Wealthy Allegan we've already talked about, and then this Tetasheri, that's the costume one. It hits so very, very hard. So again, somebody looking to take that team on, they better understand that they need to focus on these snipers and not necessarily worry about that healer as much. So a red team, a blue team could be useful. Holy, maybe not, because she's in the wing and it's hard to get that done. But anyway, you could look at those other two and maybe go at it with them. I just look at it, try to figure it out, and talk myself into what I need to do. And again, we can help with that if you want it. Like I said, we'll be more than happy to help. But again, your choice, only advice. That's all. Hope that helped. If you have any more questions, please ask.